The much-awaited rematch between Owen Torrance and Rachel Livesay is happening right now, so join us for this match. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Real Trivia Face Off. We are back again in the singles division, and we have a rematch between Owen, the Outlaw Torrance, versus the reanimator, Rachel Livesay. And joining me to host this, no other than Andrew Just. Andrew, we got an exciting match today. What are your thoughts on the competitors?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I personally have a negative relationship with both of them, both frequent antagonists of my life. And so I'm certainly going to be excited to see one of them lose today. I only wish it could be both.
Fair. Unfortunately for you, only one can lose today.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is the second time they play in a 1v1 format. They played a while ago. They competed a while ago. I believe Owen won that one. And then last year, they almost had a rematch in the singles finals, and then Sophie cashed in and ruined it and made it a triple threat. So we didn't get the rematch then, but now we're getting it this time around. Both have proven that they know their stuff, both in singles and in teams. So this should be competitive, I would hope.
Yeah, absolutely. I think some of their interests overlap in a really interesting way, in that maybe they both felt that they should mix it up for the match, strength wise, and maybe they just kind of sent it to see how it goes. But I'm curious to see, as a hypothetical, who might have won this match had Sophie not intervened there, because that was to play me. So I think I dodged a bullet not having to play either of these guys. Sophie's obviously a huge threat, but yeah.
True. No, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, let's just hear what the competitors have to say in the promos, starting with Owen.
Hello. This is part 2 of the Lighthouse Lobster and the House Cat Appreciation Week, and we started off strong last night, and I'm looking to continue the momentum. I gotta win tonight, so I can set Colin up for the hat trick. So I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Okay, I got about half of that. I'm gonna assume part of it was trash talk. So bring it on. I don't know how else to respond to that.
All right, Andrew, thoughts on those promos?
Yeah, so Owen, if you can hear us, it might just be better to deal with the Wi-Fi issues. Yeah, okay. Owen has left to go switch. That was yeah, absolutely understand the Lighthouse Lobster and the House Cat Appreciation Week. It's a big moment for Rachel to put a stop to it, and we'll just have to see how that goes. Yeah, it's always a joy when somebody does something irregular,
Maybe the real competition today for Owen is not Rachel, but it's his internet.
If very potentially the case based on those promos there.
Yeah, we'll stall for a little bit for time for Owen. Owen, if you're backstage, give us a thumbs up if everything seems good on your end. Okay, I can see the thumbs up. So yeah. But yeah, that is the promos, or at least what we can hear from the promos. But anyway, Andrew, you ready for the intros?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
let's get those things going. Introducing first, representing the Working Boys with 7 wins, 5 defeats, and 2 TKOs, we have the Reanimator, Rachel Livesay!
Let's fucking go.
And her opponent, with the record of 11 wins and 8 defeats, including 5 TKOs, one half of Lighthouse Lobster and the House Cat, we have the outlaw, Owen Torrance! There he is. He's just waving.
Just waving.
Also, never looked at the bedroom based on that intro framing, but looking good now.
All right, how are the both of you feeling? Are you ready for this match?
Sure.
As soon as. All right. Come back here 1 second.
Appropriate timing.
Give me 1 sec.
Much better. Yeah, indeed.
That's so funny. Rachel, how are you feeling about your prospects today against the absentee?
If it goes like this, then I'm solid.
Yeah, no, I think so. I see you got a Scott Pilgrim. Is that a vinyl in the background there?
Yeah, I've got the vinyl on my record player right now. It's
Oh, wow.
one of the that limited set they released where there's 3 different versions that matches Ramona's hair color. I got the magenta version.
So.
Yeah. Oh shit, he's
Which
back.
one you got? Magenta?
Yeah, magenta.
Do I sound okay?
You
Yeah, you sound
do.
great.
Yes. Oh my,
Okay.
you have headphones on.
Wow.
Yeah, my phone apparently was awful because from my perspective, you guys just left the camera on me for like a minute straight, and I was really awkward. But then I found out that was not the case.
On
right
our
now.
end, it was about, I would guess, 20 to 25 seconds of you sitting there stuttering, spinning your chair back and forth. So
You gotta watch the playback after the fact. if
I
you
will
want.
definitely do that. So I checked my computer one more time, and the camera finally decided to work. And then I realized my PS5 transfer was destroying my Wi-Fi, so I had to just turn that off
yeah,
completely.
just pause that bad boy. Yeah.
So hopefully it's
Gotcha.
okay now.
Yeah, that should be good. All right. Well,
Yeah.
Albert, do you wanna tell us what we're gonna be doing here, round 1 wise?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's start with round number 1. And how this is going to go is the classic whiteboard round. And you'll have 8 questions in this round given to all competitors. You'll have 15 seconds to write down your answer. And once the time is up, you'll have to reveal your answer as well as say it out loud. Each of those questions are worth 1 point apiece. And you can use the repeat rule for the entirety of the game. You have 3 of those. And you can use challenge rule if you want to challenge any ruling. And that is all the rules. Any questions before we start with round number 1?
I think Owen found it funny that you referred to this round as a classic.
Classic.
Yeah, laugh there. You want to take odds over?
I think I was laughing at something else.
Oh, okay, that's fine, I guess. Whatever.
All right. Okay, let's start it off with the first question in the category of fantasy/sci-fi. Edward Furlong, Nick Stahl, Christian Bale, and Jason Clarke has all portrayed which character from the Terminator series? As Owen disappeared from screen.
Owen, keep those hands on screen.
I can't. I gotta figure something out here.
It's crazy. I thought when you moved to a new house, you might have better internet
5.
connection, but
It's not the internet. I
3.
swear it's my
2.
integrated camera.
1. Pens down. Okay, Owen, what do you have?
Okay, I have John Connor.
Okay, and Rachel?
Nothing.
John Connor is correct, so Owen takes the first lead of the game.
All right.
All right, that takes us to question 2 in the category of comedy. Which 1989 movie follows 2 employees setting up circumstances with their employer's corpse in order to fake that he is still alive? Yeah, we're still getting about 3 frames per second on Owen sometimes, but right now I can see both of them just jotting down real quick. Both writing essays here. I'm curious to see, maybe it's something they feel very passionate about. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Rach here.
Weekend at Bernie's.
And Owen?
Weekend at Bernie's, if you can hear me.
Yep, we can. The sound has not been an issue thus far.
Okay.
Both of them getting that correct.
I'm terrified to realize what the audio, the visual looks like.
It's fine for now.
Yeah, cleaned up
Rachel
a
is
bit.
good for now. Hopefully we don't jinx it. But yeah, 2-1, going to the third question in the category of young adult adaptation. Young adult adaptation. And your question is, which film in the Twilight series did Bella and Edward finally got married?
Whoa, this is an emotional moment for all of us. I think when we finally got to see this.
I don't
scene.
believe you. I don't believe you at all.
Just like a really exciting.
Super emotional.
Society itself had felt as if we needed it. I guess.
Four.
In the fight for marriage equality.
3, 2.
The heck?
Never
One.
mind.
All right, Owen, we'll start with you.
Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Okay, and Rachel?
Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Breaking Dawn Part 1 is correct. So both of you getting the points there. They know their Twilight.
Not entirely sure I would have gotten that one.
Oh, God.
All right.
Embarrassing.
Your next question. In the category of horror/thriller, The Taking of Pelham 123 features the criminals hijacking what form of transportation?
Have you ever been on a transportation and a criminal just like hijacked it?
No, I've always wanted to, though. I dreamt about it in high school. I always thought that I'd be able to stop it. I thought I'd be like a cool guy. But now I think I'd just let them do
A real
their thing.
Mark
Everyone's got stuff going on. In 5,
If Andrews
4,
at 9/11
3,
would have stopped it.
2,
Oh,
1. All right, Rach.
Instead of plane.
And Owen.
I said a train.
Yeah, we'll take train. We're looking for like a subway, train.
I was writing
so.
subway, and then I thought that was a little too specific, and I was nervous, so I changed
Yeah,
it.
no, train's fine. And we didn't technically specify a year, though, although the answer is the same regardless of remake or original. All right, that'll lead us to the next question.
yep. The next question, fifth question in the category of animated films. Animated films. Who voiced the titular Lorax in 2012's The Lorax?
Any Onceler fans in the chat, or hypothetically,
fuck up.
like on screen right now,
Shut the fuck
you
up.
can just pipe up and.
Yeah, I realize people thirst over that, dude.
Oh yeah.
So we need answers in 5, 4,
I
3,
don't remember.
2, 1. Hands down, Owen.
I said Danny DeVito.
Rachel?
I also said Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is correct. Both of them getting the point there.
All right, that takes us to our next question. Question number 6 in the category of spy movies. In 2008's Get Smart, the villain's plan is to blow up Disney Hall and the president, with the bomb set to explode at the end of what song? Any Get Smart? I've written like 3 Get Smart questions in this league, and every time people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Sasha nailed hers in round 2 for a 2-pointer, so we're going to need answers in 5,
I've seen
4,
the film once.
3,
Seen the poster.
2, 1. All right, Rich
I said It's a Small World.
and Owen.
I said I'll always love you.
We were looking for Ode to Joy.
All right, you got
yeah.
me.
But Owen's perfect round comes to an end, unfortunately, on the Get
Get
Smart
Smart.
question.
Ironic.
Hey!
All right, but yeah, still 5-3 as we go to the penultimate question here in the category of action/adventure. In Eternals, in attempt to blend in with the humans, what is the occupation of Kingo, played by Kumail Nanjiani?
I believe there was a bit of a laugh when you said action adventure and then started talking about Eternals. Don't know what that's about.
They went on an adventure.
It's an adventure for certain, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
action in there.
A little bit of action, even. Good point.
A little bit of love.
A lot of love, I would say,
4, 3,
The
2.
most love ever shown on screen
1.
in an MCU movie.
Exactly. All right, Owen, we'll start with you.
I said a Bollywood actor.
And Rachel?
I just said an actor.
Actor is correct. So Owen and Rachel getting the point there.
Maintaining that 2-point disparity as we move on to the final question of round 1. In the category of dramas, who directed 1996's Swingers? think this one is a bit of a cult hit, but I, for some reason, watched it when I was in like middle school. Enjoyed it more than I would have expected. We're gonna need answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rach, you got anything?
Nope.
All right, Owen.
I just guessed Judd Apatow.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Doug Liman, director
Bro,
of
that dude haunts me.
Director
Director of Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow, Born Identity. It's funny because I think his name is often associated with movies that other people think of more. So, like in Swingers, people usually think of Favreau. In Identity, people usually think of Greengrass.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is the final question of round 1, which means we're going into round 2 with a score of Owen at 6 and Rach at 4. Just a 2-point disparity there, not huge. As we get to see what happens in the next one, which I can explain if you want to bring that up, Albert, as I update the banner.
Yep, for sure.
All right, round 2, the wheel round. Each competitor gets to spin the category wheel and have the opportunity to respin it once, as long as they don't land on opponent's choice. However, if they respin, they will be stuck with the second category. Competitors will get 5 questions from the chosen category. The questions are going to be worth 2 points unless you request multiple choice, in which case they will only count for 1. And if you miss, your opponent will get the chance to steal at that same point value. Repeats and challenges, same as ever.
All right. So let's bring up the wheel for today, and here are the categories available for today's match. We have romance, Stanley Kubrick, Audrey Hepburn, biopic, 2010s, Matthew Vaughn, horror icons, coming of age, and spinners and opponent's choice. So Owen, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Rachel?
I will defer to Rachel.
Cool.
Okay, so Rachel, you ready for your
I'll take
first spin?
that one actually. It's already on the wheel.
No, unfortunately we have to spin. So here you go. Romance.
Can I see what's on the wheel again?
Yep.
I'll spin again.
Spinning again. You have to take whatever this one lands on. Here it is.
Okay.
Audrey Hepburn. Okay. I can take the Audrey Hepburn questions here.
I'd appreciate
for
that, Albert.
Rachel. So, Rachel, you ready for your 5 questions on Audrey Hepburn?
Sure.
Here it is, your first one. Which Audrey Hepburn film did she play the assistant of a Hollywood screenwriter portrayed by William Holden?
Paris When It Sizzles.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is correct for 2 points.
That is eerily similar to Sunset Boulevard.
Crazy.
All right. Your second question. What kind of jewelry did Holly and Paul got engraved at the Tiffany store in Breakfast at Tiffany's?
A ring. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Do we need final answer in a singles
We do now.
match?
Yeah, we started that.
In case. All
Trying to
right.
be generous still, though.
Okay.
Question 3. In Charade, Audrey Hepburn first meets Cary Grant's character in what kind of location?
Multiple choice.
Okay. A, ski resort. B, library. C, theater. D, airport.
A ski resort. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. Your penultimate question in Audrey Hepburn. Who plays Henry Holland, a shy, retiring man who dreams of becoming rich and living the good life in The Lavender Hill Mob?
Alec Guinness Final answer?
Correct for another 2 points.
Okay.
And your last question in Audrey Hepburn.
Mm-hmm.
Who directed Wait Until Dark?
Terrence Young, final answer.
For the clean sweep of the category, that is correct.
Very impressive.
Picking up
Thank you.
9 points in that round. Bigger
Yeah.
score to 13.
Rachel, I wasn't sure what your other strength was, but I think I know what it was now.
Imagine that had been opponents.
That'd be
All
so
right.
funny.
On to spin number 2 for Owen. There's a 7-point differential at the moment, with Rach at 13 and Owen at 6.
Yep. So, Owen, this will be your first spin.
Oh boy.
Romance.
Following in Rachel's footsteps, I think I'm gonna respin here.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Could be some bakers in there.
Could be.
Spinner's choice.
Ooh.
So close.
So now I'm upset I did not put Fincher on the wheel. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go just because it's a fun category. I think I'm gonna go horror icons.
All right.
Oh god, I have to read these. Okay.
Good luck.
Very exciting.
Let me know if you need help on any of them. I don't.
No,
think-
I'll be fine. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think
What do
we
you-
have
the
a
character
lot of
names are
weird
just like
in here.
Bob and George and Tim.
Yeah.
It's just like basic
Yeah.
names.
Yeah, that's true. It's just I don't like to recognize that this is a real category. All right. Owen, are you ready for question 1 in horror icons?
Yeah, I'm ready to have a fun category.
All right. The characters Lisa, Grady, Coach Snyder, and Jesse appears in which Nightmare on Elm Street film?
Okay, let me get the title right. Okay, it's the second one.
Answer in 5, 4.
A Nightmare on
3,
Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, final
1.
answer.
That's correct.
Okay.
Although the subtitle rule, I think, says you can just say Freddy's Revenge there, but
Yeah, well, I wasn't concerned about the first. I was concerned about if it was like Revenge or Return or something.
yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
All right, that's correct for 2 points. As we move on to question 2. At the end of Halloween Ends, what did the residents of Haddonfield do to Michael Myers?
They. Okay. They parade him around town and then throw him in like a grinder of some sorts. Final answer.
Albert, you want to acknowledge this? I don't-
That's 2 points. Yep.
Okay, I knew the second part was right based on the answer we have, but yeah, correct for 2
No,
points.
it's right.
All right, on to question number 3. In Friday the 13th, part 6, Jason Lives. Jason decapitates 4 people who are playing a corporate game of what team sport?
Paintball. Final answer.
Also correct for 2 points. Question 4. Who directed A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Dwight H. Little, B, John Carl Buechler, C, Rennie Harlin, or D, Chuck Russell?
I have no idea. I'm gonna go B. Final answer.
B is incorrect to Rachel for the steal. Is it A, Dwight H. Little, B, John Carl Buechler, C, Rennie Harlin, or D, Chuck Russell?
D, Chuck Russell, final answer.
Also incorrect. We were looking for C, Rennie Harlin.
Those don't sound like real names at all.
I was struggling a little bit. Buechler was the one that really threw me off. There's a CH in there, so I made some assumptions, but that'll move us on to question 5, Owen's final question in horror icons. Owen, you ready?
Oh yeah.
All right. Question 5. In Halloween Resurrection, what did Laurie Strode do to Michael Myers just before she falls to her death? We're getting an answer in 5, 4,
Pulls off his mask. Final answer.
2. That is incorrect to Rachel for the steal.
Did she run into him with her car? Runs into him with a car. Final answer.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Kiss Him.
Oh, that's
fuck.
right. I forgot about how bad that movie is.
Fuck, I messed up with that H2O.
Kiss him right on a
Shit.
mask. Very weird.
Gross.
Yeah.
So that round,
What a great
Owen
movie.
gets 6 points on a pretty tough category, which leaves us in a very close situation. Rachel takes a narrow lead of 1 point with Owen at 12 and Rachel at 6. Rachel
What?
at 13.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Rachel at 13. Sorry, I was correcting the
Narrow
banner
lead
and,
there.
and Owen was at 6 when I looked at it, so I got confused. I said the thing I saw. All right. Just a question for Max before we go on. Did everybody brush up on 7 for this?
Yeah, John Doe.
Perfect. All right. I think that was a reference to what happened yesterday or something.
That happened. Yep.
Great funny haha moment.
Evil smooches tonight. All right. Albert's gonna run round 3 rules for us real quick.
Yeah. So in round number 3, this is how it's gonna go. Each competitor will pick 4 numbers that will correspond to 4 random categories. Once we reveal those categories to you, you will then have to arrange those categories on a point value of 1, 2, 3, and 4, with increasing difficulty as the point value increases. There are no stealings and no multiple choice in this round. Both competitors still have all 3 of their repeats. Do you have any question before we go to the round?
Nope.
Okay, so Rachel, you are in the lead, so you have the first choice of the numbers between 1 to 12.
I'll take 2, 4, 7, and 9.
2, 4, 7, 9. Okay. Owen?
I will do 6, 8, 10, 12.
6, 8, 10, 12. Okay.
So, Rich, you said 2, 4, 7, 9.
Yep.
Owen, sorry, what were yours again?
6, 4, 10, 8. No, 6, 8, 10, 12, sorry.
All right. Great. Just copying and pasting some stuff right now.
Okay.
Go ahead, Albert.
Yeah, I will be reading to Owen, and you'll be reading to Rachel. So, Owen, here are your categories. You pick 6. That is category of Judd Apatow, and this includes his directing and producing credits. 8 is a category of movie release dates. 10 is the category of Brad Pitt. And 12 is the category of Stanley Kubrick.
Rich, not quite getting all of Owen's even numbers, but leaving him with ones that I'm going to guess he's not 100% thrilled on. But Rich also getting some broad categories with 3 genres. And Matthew Vaughn, which we'll have to see how she feels about that
Could
one.
we know? I think she wants to know what those are.
Yeah,
Could I know what my categories
you want to reveal?
Right, yeah, I didn't say them.
Please.
Rich, as I said, let's start with the one I already announced on accident. 9 does correspond to Matthew Vaughn.
Cool.
2 corresponds to dramas. 4 corresponds to holiday movies. And 7 corresponds to thrillers. Apologies for that. I was so busy on the
Whoa,
text.
3 genres. That's crazy.
Whoa,
3
who would have
genres.
expected this?
Yes. I was just giving a heads up so she was prepared, you know?
Yeah.
So they have to. We'll give Rachel a bit of time, even though she's had a while to get to categorize. But yeah, so they both pull something that they probably feel pretty good about, and then I think 3 things that it becomes hard to categorize, where you want to put everything. But we'll see how this goes. Obviously, with a 1-point game, you really want to hit every question. You always want to do that, but you don't have as much like throw room in this one, such as putting James Corden for 4 points or something like that. So
I was
Do
confident.
that.
All right, I have my order.
I do too.
All right, go ahead. Let's get Owens first.
All right, so for 1 point, I'm putting Judd Apatow. For 2 points, I'm putting Brad Pitt. For 3 points, I'm putting Stanley Kubrick. and for 4 points, I'm putting movie release dates.
Interesting strategy there. Let's see what Rachel has for hers.
I'm gonna do thriller for 1, dramas for 2, holiday movies for 3, and then Vaughn for 4. And then hope it's a Kingsman question. Please.
All right. So since I read for Owen round 2, I'll be reading for Rachel this round. And since we're starting with Owen, Albert's going to start us off here.
Yep. Okay, so Owen, your 1-pointer in Judd Apatow to tie the game. Here it is. In Trainwreck, who plays Dr. Aaron Connors, the love interest of Amy Schumer's character?
That would be Barry himself, Bill Hader. Final answer.
Correct for 1 point. And
Sure, we can give an extra point for talking about Barry, or is that?
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, sorry, my bad.
I think that might open some floodgates. And
Okay. Wow, the only floodgate is that if you mention Barry in
Barry,
a
yeah, exactly. All right. So we go to Rachel now.
Oh, right, and that's me. Rach chose Thriller for her 1-point question. We lose Owen, which is fine for the moment. All right, Rachel, you ready for your 1-point question in Thriller?
Sure.
All right. Which 2010s thriller stars Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield, and Allison Williams?
Get Out. Final answer.
That is correct for another 1 point. She retakes the lead, and Owen moves on to his 2-pointer.
Yep. And Owen, your 2-pointer is in the category of Brad Pitt. Are you ready?
Yeah.
In Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Cliff Booth is fired from a stuntman job after getting in a fight with what other real-life action star?
That would be Bruce Lee. Final answer.
Correct for 2 points.
All right, and that leads us to category number 2, 2-point question for Rach in the category of dramas. Is that correct, Rach?
That is.
All right. Your question is, who stars as Susanna Kaysen, the protagonist of the film Girl Interrupted?
Winona Ryder. Final answer.
That is also correct for another 2 points.
Bro, this back and forth crap.
Back and forth as we move on to Owen.
I'm not
There's something
loving
wrong,
this.
Owen. Jesus.
This is fun. All right. So
No.
let's see if Owen can keeps it up for his 3-pointer category of Stanley Kubrick. Are you ready, Owen?
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. In The Shining, what is the room number which Dick Halloran tells Danny to avoid in the Overlook Hotel?
I'm not 100% sure. There's only one number. I'm going to go room 237. Final answer.
That is correct for 3 big points.
Okay.
All right, which leads us to the 3 for Rach in the category of holiday movies. All right, Rachel, are you ready?
Praying for Christmas movie I've seen 20,000 times.
Are you ready? All right. Ella Hunt stars in what 2010s Christmas zombie musical? You have to repeat the medium.
Anna and the Apocalypse. Final answer.
That is correct for 3 points.
Fucking Christ.
Albert talks about it enough.
I've never heard of this one, so Albert's not talking to me enough.
Probably
Man.
mentioned to
What the
like
Albert
twice,
mentioned
maybe.
it one time in sophomore year. It's been sitting on my watch list ever since.
Exactly. I've talked about it like once.
I remember one
twice,
time
maybe.
at club he said, there's this movie about a zombie apocalypse Christmas movie called Anna and the Apocalypse. I really want to watch it. And the next time he came back, he's like, I watched it. It was really good.
Yes, twice.
He mentioned
That's a
it
lot.
like-
That's a lot.
I think there's been other times where he's brought it up.
But yes, so 19 to 18, coming down here to the 4-pointer, starting with Owen.
Get it wrong, Owen. Get
which
it fucking
he
wrong,
picked
Owen.
Movie
I have like
release
a
dates.
1 in 100 shot.
Uh,
Roughly.
so Owen, you have 3 repeats if you need it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here's your question. What year included the release of a Star Wars film, a James Bond film, and a film from the Mummy franchise?
Ah, screw yourself. Star Wars, Spectre, and Force Awakens came out in 2015, but I don't think a Mummy film came out.
5,
Could be 2005.
3.
Repeat.
That is your first repeat. Your
That's
question
a
again.
10-year gap.
What year included the release of a Star Wars film, a James Bond film, and a film from the Mummy franchise?
It's either 2005 or 2015. Well, it could be a Brosnan film. It's either 99,
3.
2002, 2005.
Okay. What year included the release of a Star Wars film, a James Bond film, and a film from the Mummy franchise?
Oh, it could be like stupid Clone Wars. This is annoying. I think Clone Wars was like 2007, 2008, which was Quantum of Solace. But I don't think there's a Mummy movie, unless that's stupid Scorpion King. Albert, I don't like this question.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
That was your last one.
Yep.
Here it is again. What year included the release of a Star Wars film, a James Bond film, and a film from the Mummy franchise?
2008 was Quantum of Solace, the Clone Wars. When did that Scorpion King come out? It was kind of around the time where like Dwayne Johnson was becoming a movie star.
5, 4.
I'm gonna hate myself. I'm gonna go 2008. Final answer.
And your winner,
Dang.
the reanimator, Rachel Livesay.
Go.
The
Okay.
correct answer is 1999.
Oh, it's
I knew
99.
that
Okay.
one.
It is the films being Phantom Menace, The World Is Not Enough, and The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser.
That's
Okay.
such a rude question.
Fair enough.
You're a fan of the Mummy.
So,
All right,
we'll put these
Yeah.
competitors backstage here. We'll talk to them in a bit. But Andrew, thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I mean, a really good one. All good performances. Owen, I guess his 6 points in round 2 might have been his doom ultimately, but that affects category choices and stuff in the end. Horror Icon's a tough category, but with Kubrick, you also it's not. I don't think a category, a group of films that is necessarily geared for trivia. So you're also going to be a little bit worried there. They both hit something that they were pretty happy with, which is always, I think, the most fun matches to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that last one, I think he mentioned 999 at one point when he's brainstorming in his own brain, but then he ended up saying a different answer there. So,
bouncing around. I'm going to be honest, during that whole thing, you might see that I'm going around because I'm like, there's no way there's only one of these, right? But the Mummy's the limiter on that one because they have far fewer films. So it's like semi-modern, like 90s or so. But yeah, that I guess if you got the other stuff. But it's a tough movie release. It's Owen going with the strategy of picking the one that he was happy with, putting that at 3, and a bit of a toss up for his 4, which is kind of just betting on the fact that there's going to be a miss somewhere. So I'm curious to hear about him on that. And it could have gone well. And on the Apocalypse, I don't know. These are things we can talk to them about if we want to start bringing them in.
Yeah, let's start with Owen first here. Owen, great match. Unfortunately, didn't go your way. But how are you feeling about your performance?
I'm pretty okay with it. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
And some more technical difficulties. A staple of his performances.
I don't know. I did a quick Google search, and the Mummy, the fourth one, was released in 2008. The Clone Wars movie, this is all according to Letterboxd, was released in 2008, and Quantum of Solace was released in 2008. So I think I'm gonna have to challenge that. I don't know if I'm allowed to challenge that, but I think I'm gonna have to challenge that.
Well, this is something that would affect the outcome of the match if we want to go to technical difficulties over. I mean, he did look it up, which usually we don't, technically allow, but
Okay.
True.
Respectfully, Andrew. When
So
you
just know the
retroactively
rules.
beat me, it came a day late because Aiden fact checked it.
Yeah, we did
yeah.
establish a rule.
Andrew, if you're fine with it, we can go to the challenge roll.
I
And we can
don't know.
discuss
It's
it for
such a
bit.
weird precedent of like, can you do it day of? But
I can wait till tomorrow if you want, but I think it
well,
makes it a lot
the
easier.
issue is
if we
that it
do
comes down to
today.
Rachel didn't even answer her final question.
Yeah, which is
So-
why I'm doing it now, so she can if there's a change.
Let's
go talk. Let's go talk at least. Yeah.
Yeah, let's put the challenge banner up. Let me talk to Andrew for a bit, and then we'll be right back. All right. So,
Hey, everybody.
back.
So we can confirm Owen was correct with his 2008. I missed it when I was fact-checking during the question because my list didn't include the Clone Wars. So this is a weird situation that kind of plays on a rule that has hurt Owen before, the aftermath rule, which we introduced after I missed a three-pointer, but I said the correct answer. And we established basically a deadline of 24 hours to like correct anything, and if it would change the outcome of the match, then we would rectify that. This is going to be a weird variation of that situation, which is going to be kind of hard to hold in the future but it's probably a rare situation. So basically, we were objectively wrong in terms of having every answer available. 1999 was correct, but 2008 was also correct. So those points should be awarded to Owen for the 4 points. And because we are currently in a situation in the call in which we can still rectify the situation, we're going to accept the challenge. The weirdness there is basically that we don't allow people to look things up before they challenge. But since this plays into the aftermath rule, where there is an explicit correct answer given and we did not give points for it, and we are able currently in the situation in the call to rectify that, we are going to take that opportunity and award Owen the 4 points and move on to Rachel's 4-pointer. Does that make sense to everybody?
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Rachel, I'm sorry.
So once again, just to emphasize, this is a weird situation where if the same thing happens in the future, we will do the same thing. But this is not a challenge of validity of a question. This is not a challenge of anything like that. This is a challenge that he gave a correct answer and we said it was wrong. And we are in a situation in which we can handle that properly. So I just want to make it very clear. You can't come into an after game interview most of the time and be like, actually, I don't know if that genre is correct. This is like because he gave a correct answer. So yeah, back to, I don't know if we lost our viewing audience, but we are going to move on to Rachel's 4-pointer and retract that and your winner for the time being.
Fuck you guys.
Rachel,
I'm sorry.
are you ready for your 4-pointer in the category
Fuck, I
of
guess
Matthew
so.
Vaughn?
Jesus.
All right, you do have 3 repeats as well.
Great.
This is for the win. If Rachel gets it, she wins. If she misses it, Owen takes the unconventional win. Rach, your question is, in Kick-Ass, name 2 of the things used to beat Kick-Ass and kill Big Daddy on the live stream.
Oh, fucking hell.
We're going to need an answer in 5,
Repeat.
4. In Kick-Ass, name 2 of the things used to beat Kick-Ass and kill Big Daddy on the live stream.
God damn it, Owen. Only 2 things, right?
We're looking for 2 things, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say ninja stars
5,
and
4,
nunchucks. Final answer.
2. And your winner, the outlaw Owen Torrance. We were looking for 4 options: knuckle dusters / brass knuckles, a baseball bat, batons, or fire / kerosene.
Gotcha.
So that will move us once again back into the post-game interview with a bit of a different result this time. Albert, how you feel?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely an interesting situation. Never had something like that before, but it's first for everything, right? And yeah, both competitors still
that we missed it the first time, but yeah,
right. But yeah, I mean, they both still played incredibly. It came down to that situation, and like for the record, if we didn't do this live, we probably would have been able to notice if it was wrong, or we could have like cut and do another take. But we're doing this live, so this is
the
what
live
happens
factor is always
right.
a killer.
Exactly. But yeah, it is what it is. So let's just go to the post-game interview. This time starting with Rachel first. So let's bring on Rachel. Rach, unfortunately, didn't get the win today. But how are you feeling?
Was the 4-pointer movie release dates one of the questions that was written at 7:04 p.m., Andrew?
It was not. No, none of the questions
okay.
asked
That
today were
was
written
written
at 7:04
by
p.m.
me
actually.
like maybe a year
Oh.
ago.
Yeah.
Like maybe a year ago or something. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I guess technically the Apatow 1-pointer was written late, but that's on me. Apologies, by the way, to anybody who's looking forward to the match starting at exactly 7. That's my fault. Yeah. A weird situation. This is an exhibition match, so it's not like you've been removed from a tournament or anything.
Yeah.
But how do you feel?
Bad.
Yeah, me too.
I was thinking to myself before the match, I should probably at least skim the Wikipedia article for Kick-Ass, because I don't remember much about it.
Yeah.
I did.
I don't know if that
I
would be in the Wikipedia, to be fair.
I skimmed. I skimmed Stardust, so I could have gotten a Stardust question. I even thought to myself, I should probably put Matthew Vaughn at 3, because I'll probably mess up a 4-pointer.
Yeah, Vaughn is just a scary category, obviously.
Oh yeah, terrifying.
But it's you guys took different strategies there. So you put your favorite category at 4. I don't think I'm revealing anything about strengths with that. And you put yours at 3, and that worked out for you. The genres at 3, the first 3 were very good for you.
Yeah.
But
surprised.
because of that Vaughn difference, which I obviously understand, it's tough. Do you kind of wish you had switched them around, or do you think that ultimately it was the right decision and you wouldn't have got Holiday for 4 or whatever?
I don't know about the Holiday for 4. I'm very good at holiday movies if they're part of the 10 to 12 movies that I watch like 5 times every year.
Yeah,
if it's anything outside of that, and I probably wouldn't have gotten it. I think the Anna and the Apocalypse was a very lucky pull, just because Albert's mentioned it at least twice.
Yeah.
That I would not have heard of it. Yeah, I got like 20 messages on Discord congratulating me on my win, including one from somebody on the screen right now.
Well, sorry. I've got to send a congrats to Owen now, or else I'll reveal my hypocrisy.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, again, it's a situation. I don't know what else to say about it.
I mean, it wouldn't be fair to not give him the points, so I understand. But damn,
yeah, that's it.
That's
we
crazy.
were basically that call was. We very quickly realized that it was 2008, and he was correct. And then it was just a conversation about the precedent that it was setting. But it seems like a fine precedent of if we realize that we said no to a correct answer, we can immediately rectify it. We should do that. But yeah.
One other thing I thought was not strange, because I guess it is a very minor detail of the movie, but the Room 237 being a 3-pointer in Kubrick, when there's a fucking documentary about The Shining called Room 237, is kind of funny.
See, I didn't know that.
What? Okay.
But
isn't that part of the movie club or something?
I don't. Do you think I didn't even join the second movie club? I was so detached. Yeah. Yeah,
that's fair.
That's fair. This is also supposed to be like a little bit of an easier match since it's just an exhibition.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's understandable. Always questioning difficulty is always a thing. So, before you go, you killed the Hepburn category, which definitely establishes you as a threat for that, because I think maybe one other person in the club could do well in that category.
I'm trying to gather strengths like Infinity Stones in this club.
Yeah,
so.
And I, for one, am glad that you finally picked one that's not one of mine.
Yeah, so if I go against you,
that.
then I can just pull out a Hepburn strength.
Yeah, then I'll just have to watch all the Hepburn movies.
You have to watch movies in black and white, Andrew. I'm sorry.
I like those. They're just not what I gravitate towards. Whatever, I don't even care. Yeah, I mean, an extremely well played match today. It's if Owen hadn't done so well, or if some small change had happened, this would have gone differently. But a very high scoring match, and you performed really well. Anything else from you, Albert?
No, nothing. I think you covered it all.
All right. Well, thank you, Rach, and we will see you soon, I'm sure.
Bye.
And welcome back to the stream, Owen. Owen, do you feel great about what you just did?
No, I don't. I assume I feel similarly to how you felt all those months ago.
Yeah, that's a weird situation, and but you like I just said to Rach, you guys both just kind of killed it the whole match. So it was really down to the wire, obviously back and forth, especially at the end with 1 point difference, and you guys both hitting almost all of your round 3 questions. So did you feel great about those categories when you heard them? Because it's not, I don't think it's anything you're terrified of, but I don't think you were too happy about most of them.
So my strategy, I'll walk you through it. Felt bad about Apatow, which is why I put it 1. Brad Pitt, I've seen maybe half, so I felt okay with the 2-pointer there. Kubrick was my best, but it's been probably a couple years since I've seen some of them, so I was like, I feel okay about a 3. And the movie release dates is a weird category because I don't love it, but it's probably the most guessable category. So you can at least like, you always have at least a chance at getting it right. So I was like 4 points. That was my method there.
It did work out for you in the end. Did you? Because I don't think you ever even like really started saying anything during the 90s. So was that like not as much of a thing for you? You just thought it was going to be a Craig Bond, or?
I think I mentioned 99 once,
Okay,
and I was
yeah.
but I didn't really like process it. I don't know. I think I got tunnel vision when I said Clone Wars because I was like, this is a 4-pointer. I was like, you know, like maybe it's going to be like some obscure, like I almost didn't even remember Clone Wars. And then turns out I don't think Al would remember Clone Wars either. So
yeah, and I don't think a lot of people are pulling all of the Mummy release dates off the top of their head either.
Yeah, I don't know when the newest one came out, but I was pretty sure it was in 2015.
Yeah, that one's 2017. Which I was part of the check that I did. I do really wish I had finished that fact check more thoroughly before the end. But you, from the jaws of defeat, you snatched another win for Lighthouse and the Lobster, Lighthouse Lobster and the House Cat Appreciation Week. So now, would you say that burden's just on Colin?
Yeah, I set him up for the hat trick. He's got to finish strong. So, but I kept the streak alive.
Yeah, in an impressive way.
One funny thing I want to mention is at the beginning of the match, you said you were bummed you couldn't see both of Rach and I lose. Well, you got your wish, and that you saw both Rach and I lose today.
It feels much worse than I thought it would.
Good point.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything to add to that, Albert.
No, nothing to add. But yeah, again, you deserve to win. I'll say that again. You deserve to win because like I said, because of the live stream format, we were like, and that was the last question. We were in a situation where okay, we gotta call it. But again, if it was on a more truly time pace, we probably wait, that's also correct. We should have just called it. So again, that most likely would have happened. So yeah, again, Owen deserved to win. Congrats on the win, and yeah, we'll see you next.
Shout out to Rach. She played incredibly well, too well, because I was nervous the entire time. She got 9 points round 2, which is terrifying. And then the back and forth the entirety of round 3, I could not stand that. So
yeah, absolutely. Great match from both competitors. Well. Thank you for being here. And I'll leave. Albert, anything else for the rest of the week?
Yeah, tomorrow we have the RTF Oscars being announced. The winner, Matthew, is going to be leading the charge with that. I believe there's special guest presenters to present. The winners of the awards. This is the one where the poll got sent out like January, and now we finally tallied up the votes. So we're gonna announce the winners tomorrow, and on Friday, that is what Owen was teasing: Colin versus Kenny. That is going to be a battle that's happening. Kenny called out Colin. Colin called out Kenny. We make it happen. So there you go. That is happening in Friday. So yeah, I believe that's all for the week.
Yeah, great. Well, a fantastic match, and thank you everybody who's here for commenting, staying up with us the whole time. And we will see you soon, I suppose.
Check out all our other stuff.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.